if you're very comfortable. But around women, hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, one time I cried in front of my mom when I was like 18. And then first thing she said to me, she's like, don't fucking cry. Men don't cry. Hard, stubborn Russian woman.
I think it's because
First thing she said to me, don't you dare cry in front of a woman. You can cry in front of me, but
that's good advice, though. That's good advice. You can't cry in front of your girl.
You need a release.
No.
Because you don't know how much you're going to
why can't you cry in front of your girl? Like,
that
makes you a weak man.
No, that's love.
We don't know how she's going to take it. Like, for example, she might be cool with it, but you might not be. So rather than risk my relationship with this woman, I'm just going to do it in private, fix it, and say, yo, babe, let's go on vacation.
Well, then what type of relationship do you have?
You don't
what type of relationship do you have? You can't cry in front of this woman.
We can discuss problems, but crying in front of my girl for what? I'm supposed to be her rock. Why am I going to cry? Like a little bitch.
No, she's supposed to be your rock too. The woman does the man and the man does the woman. This goes vice versa.
Okay, you see how,
we're not back in those times where we're leaving it all up to the man.
You can handle it, right?
For sure.
But that doesn't mean everyone can. So why would I do that to myself? And you?
I think it depends on
if you're dating them, you know.
Yeah.
Right. So then how do you really have a solid relationship?
Once again,
if you
she
can't
mentioned it, right?
cry in front
Women
of your
are
woman.
emotional. So off rip, right? I might cry to you today, you're cool with it. Tomorrow, you know what? You've been doing some dumb shit. I don't like it that much. You start crying now? Oh, no, you a bitch.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. My baby daddy is that other person that's lingering around there, right? And his mom passed, and he didn't cry. I was like, that's sus.
That's different. That's different. I mean,
yeah, we have a boy and a girl. Like,
I mean, but
why you ain't crying?
That's different. I'm talking about, like, for example, oh, I can't pay the bills, babe. Oh my god.
That's some weak ass man. Everybody want a man like that.
But that's what I'm saying. That type of shit is like not cool.
But are you?
You can't cry over money.
That's a type of guy.
Yeah,
that is a type of guy.
Most women want to be emotional like that though. About everything.
Excuse me?
Most women want that though. Like, babe, tell me all your issues.
Most women want that?
Tell me all your issues, babe. I'm your rock. For what?
No, not most women don't want that.
The opposite.
Like no, most women don't want that. I don't want that.
We're meant to be in tune with their emotions. That means a lot.
There's a time and place.
Are you in tune with your emotions?
Of course not.
Do you consider yourself a man? Do you cry?
No.
Have you ever cried?
No.
Ever?
I'll tell you when I cried. I cried when...
If you say Lion King, I'm going to throw this water at you.
I cried watching anime. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. All right, ladies, you know what? Let's just use some logical, deductive problem solving, because right now you guys are responding with your emotions. You look at it like it's ludicrous. How could you not cry in front of your girl, etc.? All right, let's go one by one with this. 1 + 1 = 2. Would it be fair to say, what is the number one thing that women look for in a man? Shoot.
What is
the number one thing a woman looks for in a man?
I would say loyalty.
Okay.
Comfort.
Okay.
Ambitious.
Okay.
Emotional and financial security. That's
okay.
That's what I was.
What about you?
Me personally, or just in general?
In general, what is the number one thing women look for in a man?
Money.
Okay. This all has a root cause of something. What was that?
Emotional support and like safety.
Interesting. Okay.
I would say security in like every type of way.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I would say stability.
Okay.
Trust.
Well,
okay. So all of your answers to some degree was rooted in the term security. All right. That's typically what women look for, especially in a long-term relationship, right? That's why women want to get married. They want a guy that makes more money than them. They want a guy that's taller than them, stronger than them. These are all traits that will provide you what? Long-term security. Fair to say that that's the number one thing for a woman?
Yeah.
Okay. What does crying display? I'll answer it for you. In potential inability to provide said security. So let's look at this objectively speaking. If we know most women look for security in a man, and I do something that displays my inability to potentially provide that, aren't I hurting myself?
No.
Oh, stop. Realistically speaking, yes, I am. You guys might say, no, you're not. But objectively speaking, I am. Now, what I'm doing is I'm basically opening up Pandora's box and seeing how you're going to respond to it. Well, we already discussed this earlier. Women are emotional and erratic creatures. Depending on how she feels that day, at that moment, when I decide to open up Pandora's box and cry, she might respond well to it. Why? Because when I cry, I'm showing her, hey, I'm showing you a moment of weakness where I might not be able to provide you your biological hardwired want, security. So what I tell men is, you got to deal with what is, not what you should do. Maybe you should cry in front of your girl. Maybe you should open up to her. But what I do know is most women want security, and that is going to not be good, and it's a chink in the armor. Why are you going to make life harder for yourself for no fucking reason when it's already hard as fuck to deal with y'all? Most guys struggle with women in the first place.
Yep.
Why are you going to give a woman an ability to disqualify you even further by you crying being soft when it's something that they're hardwired to not like? If a guy's about to marry you and he finds out that you had sex with 1,000 dudes before the wedding day, more than likely he's going to get rid of you, right? He's going to call off the wedding, etc. Because men need to know security in their girl not being a whore, right? Same with y'all. Me crying in front of you could open up Pandora's box and you say, this guy's fucking soft. We brought plenty of girls on the show. They watched their man cry for the first time. It changed their fucking mindset about him.
Yep.
They couldn't respect him anymore. It changed everything. So you might say, I can handle it until it actually happens. You don't know how to adapt to it. So you might be able to handle it. She won't. She might be able to handle it. She won't. So I tell guys general advice, don't cry in front of your girl. Why open up that fucking box?
Well, I think it depends on what type of crying you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly,
Hold on. Whoa, stop.
Within reason.
See, now we're putting a context on it. Well, it depends on what kind of crime, blah, blah, blah. Why even do it?
Okay, so then explain to me what I just told you. His mom died and you didn't cry. She was the one that raised you and you were like, it was there. It was just him.
He might have cried not in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. He didn't cry in front of you. So what? He might do it in private with his brother or sister. You don't know.
So if I don't know that you cried over your mom, we still got a problem in our relationship.
What?
Okay. Again.
Tell me at least.
Right, look,
Be like, look, I had my moment.
Okay,
But
look.
if I don't know, we having a problem.
That's you.
Because now I'm
That's
here
you.
like, what?
That's you. But other women might appreciate that. He just talked about his mom from Russian background. Some women are callous that, like, if you cry in front of them, they are literally going to lose respect for you.
Yeah.
Typically, what I found is this: the more traditional the woman, the less likely she's going to tolerate you being a bitch. One more time. The more traditional the woman, the more feminine, the more submissive she is, the less tolerant she's going to be of you being a bitch. She's hyper feminine. She wants a man that's hyper masculine. You, I'm not going to lie, you're a fairly masculine woman. You might be able to tolerate it. Most girls aren't, though, that are super feminine and submissive. And Russian women a lot of times tend to be more submissive and feminine. They can't tolerate you being weak because you're supposed to be the security. Hey, man, I don't make the rules. I just report them. I tell guys to adapt to how girls think. You disagree? Go ahead. What you were shaking your head.
No.
I mean, I definitely think it's
That's
also.
my opinion.
I definitely think it's also like a bit of a cultural thing as well. I feel like outside of the Western world, it's a lot more intense. So, like Eastern European countries, like we said, Russia, Ukraine, yada yada yada. Like those kind of places, like there's just no room to be a dude that cries and is weak.
Yeah.
You know, like my dad was in the army at 18 without having a choice. You know what I mean? He had to do that, even though he was like highly academic and he wanted to do his studies. I could only go back home to Russia when I was about 30 years old. Otherwise, they would have enlisted me straight in the army. You know what I mean? So shit's real over there. Like we got fucking war going over there, and you think the men are just sitting around crying?
Yeah.
Fuck